Vlog-A-Day 212.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good one, man.
Well, luggage returns.
The drone seems to be all there.
I think so.
I don't think anything's missing. Well, luggage found. I think everything's in there. Except, of course, my sunglasses. I did check, because I remember messing with my carry-on right before checking it. No sunglasses. Looks cold out there. I thankfully do have these sunglasses, which I've had for like 5 years now. Just don't wear them as much because they're not comfortable. They don't really fit my face. And they look a little bit goofy, I think. But anyways, thankfully, I do have some nice sunglasses to replace the other ones temporarily, and or maybe for the next year or two, I don't know. So I can't complain too much. But it looks like James got his storage unit finally. Should make storing mattresses way easier. Oh man. Holy cow, that's a lot of mattresses. So one of the cool things that happened this weekend, you know that drone that I sort of kind of crashed the other day? Whoa, come on! Oh no, no! Dave decided to give that to me because he wasn't using it, and he's super cool. That was one of the things that got lost. I wasn't going to check anything originally, but I had 2 bags, so I had to check something. I checked that, and then when they asked, they were like, hey, we need people to check roller bags because we don't have enough space. And I was like, I'll be a nice guy. I got to wait anyways. I'll check it. I hate checking my roller bag, but I was like, I'll check it at the counter, and then everything got lost. And now I'm just waiting on batteries. The reason that the drone crashed was because the batteries didn't last for more than like 1 loop around that field, and so it just like I lost control of it when it came around the bend. I'm waiting on batteries to show up. Once those show up, we'll fly it around a little bit. It should be super fun, but I just wanted to say thank you, Dave, for that, and thank you, hopefully, for everybody else who's watching, because I'm sure they'll all appreciate random drone shots here and there. I am going to make the promise I'm not going to overdo the drone, I think. If you feel like I am at any point, comment about it. That's great. But it was really, really fun to include drone footage in the stuff from San Francisco, and I'm looking forward to including even more as we go. So. It is freaking freezing here. I definitely prefer the Californian warmth to this. I'm feeling pretty good about the French visa situation, but it seems super surreal. And the fact is, I don't know if did I mention the part where he was like, when do you want to go? And I was like, in the application I said that I wanted to go like mid-February. And he's like, oh. I was like, well, I didn't know how soon I could go. I'd like to go whenever, I guess. And he just looked at the calendar and was like, how about January 31st? So that's what he wrote down. I don't know what that means. Do I have to be there then? Well, this is take 2 because somehow I accidentally hit the stop button. So to give some credit to these guys, I don't mean to complain. I'm just sad that I lost my other pair because that pair legitimately took me like 1.5 years to find. Just a pair of Ray-Bans that like looked good on me because most of them look way too small. I've got a fat head. These guys have a bit of a story though. They're really tough and they are polarized, which is really necessary right now given that the sun is a lot lower in the sky, and anytime you're headed southbound in town, the glare on the roads is terrible. So I'm really, really grateful to have these. And one of the stories I have about these, you'll notice that there's some there are little chunks that have been taken out right there. It's not terrible, but they've been chewed up a little bit. The main incident was in Switzerland. I was riding on the back of my buddy Bryce's motorcycle. You've seen Bryce in whatever vlog Josh's wedding was. He's got the long scraggly beard. And I was riding on the back of his motorcycle. We were headed to a music festival to do some video production for them. I had these things on, like so, riding behind Bryce. And they're like little wind catches. Like all I had to do was look to the left and suck right off my face. We were going like 60 or 70 miles an hour down a freeway, and I was we have to go back. And Bryce was like, there's no way they survived that. And I was like, I've heard stories. I'm sure they did. We need to go back, at least check, because I couldn't afford to replace them. I still can't afford to replace them. So we turned around, we went back, and lo and behold, there they were. One of these arms had popped off. I lost one of the O's, but otherwise we just snapped it back in, hopped back on the bike, and we were off. And they've worked fine ever since. The only reason I just don't wear them. I kind of use them as like sport glasses sometimes because they do keep the wind out a little bit better, which is nice. But otherwise, they're not really my style, and they don't really fit my face very well. Like they pinch a little bit back here, and then they swoop out on the sides. I don't know. Not gonna complain. Just saying. That's why I don't wear them that much. I'm really grateful that I have them. Also, if you didn't understand, I think my hair is probably really crazy I've got bad hat hair, don't I? Thank you so much for the messages, by the way. I got a number of texts, messages on Instagram, comments, just a bunch of random stuff. I did get my luggage back, if that wasn't clear at the beginning. Alaska was very decent in the end. They called me last night to let me know that they were gonna be bringing it by this morning. I woke up a little bit earlier than I would have liked to, considering I haven't slept in the last few days, but we got it all back. So now all we're waiting on for the Phantom is the batteries. Once we get some new batteries, we can take it for a spin. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because things are going to get a little bit different and fun. And thank you to all of you who have subscribed and for caring so much. I really appreciate it.